Okay, we're over here at Idaho Falls, going to make a flight to Jackson Hole. The Jackson Hole weather right now is going up and down. 030, 31 knots, gusting 35 right down the runway pretty much. 4 miles, light snow, overcast at 45, which is good. Over here, similar weather, but the takeoff is not as concerning. As long as it stays like it is, we shouldn't have to de-ice at the right now. Blowing snow, 1.5 miles, 360, 23 knots, gusting 32, broken at 3, broken at 4, overcast at 4, -12, -16, 29, 32. But the snow's not sticking anything out there, so we'll reassess that before we pull out of the hangar. And over at Jackson Hole, because they're landing to the north, we'll be looking at RNAV GPS X-ray into runway 1. We cannot do RNP approaches into here, so we are LNAV capable, LNAV VNAV and LNAV capable. Different ways to fly it, and different concerns. So this is what we're looking at, flying straight to sea leg and intercepting the GPS approach from there. Plan on doing, most likely, we're going to rebrief everything. We talked about it over breakfast, but take a look at everything again before we make a final decision, but probably do the LNAV VNAV and fly it down to the 7327, so 7350, and then see if we see the runway at that point. You've got 4 miles visibility minimum on that, and on the LNAV VNAV. On the LNAV, it's 1.25 miles, but you also wind up, a little over 1,000 feet above the runway at that missed approach point. So that's a little too tight to chop and drop and force a landing at that point. We're going to make some decisions, get pulled out of the hangar, fueled up, and should get moving.
2835, don't see 21, thanks. 611 Mike Papa cross Papa at or above 12,000, clear the RNAV X-ray runway 1.
Cross Humba 12,000, clear for the RNAV X-ray 1 at Jackson Hole, 611 Mike Papa.
Delta 24.
And it was at or above, so.
I debated tossing this one, but it could be decently interesting if you're concerned with the gauges and instrumentation and what's going on inside the cockpit. I was using a GoPro to film this one and set the shutter speed to closely match the screens, which of course was going to blow out the exposure on the outside unless the GoPro was going to fix it, which I couldn't find an option to set the exposure. The good thing was it was solid IMC outside, and it pretty much looked like this from the cockpit until we eventually broke out, which would have been nice to get on film, but I'll keep working on trying to figure out how to get both. Meanwhile, we're direct to Homva to cross it at or above 12,000 for the GPS X-ray runway 1 into Jackson Hole, and we're cleared for the approach, setting up the vertical navigation for the descent. Let's get moving with it.
There you go. Alright. And on PTO? Yeah.
Delta 2486, right turn, clear direct Brigham City, Lima, Hotel.
There you go.
Direct right turn, Lima, Hotel Oscar, Delta 2486.
Delta 2486, I maintain flight level 300, that might be your final.
Flight level 300 for a final, Delta 2486.
Alright, coming up on 6 for Humba. And 13 for 12, crossing Humba. And after Humba, we should be able to put the bottom in.
522.
Which is at 70, probably what, 74, yeah. And the rate stays nice and constant. Alright, descent checklist. It should be complete. We're transition. You got 2919 all 3 ways. We're down. We're ready to go. Got power in. And I just need to see the runway. Got this in for backup, so. Yeah, I don't know what else we can do. Let's approach straight ahead. 14,000 foot climb. It's in the
box, direct squirt, and hold, most likely teardrop. So flaps approach check. I was.
You may go to 7 since you want to keep kind of, or what do you want? You tell me.
No, do 15. Alright, kilo. Alright, we're crossing that. We can put that 7,400 in. Try and get back to 74.7.
3367, air transport 3541.
Good.
I'm inside.
Keeps going down and I'm out. I will call you 84.
Okay,
How's the
starting
bug?
down and out across loss at 17,000 for 160.
9.2 is Valsute. And we got across 9.2 from Zugen at 11,000.
Mike Papa, Jackson Tower, 1807.
Over the tower on my phone. Jackson Tower, citation 611 Mike Papa, ILS, X-ray 01.
Citation 611 Mike Papa, Jackson Tower. Braking action reported good at 19021 by a Boeing 737 landing runway 1. Report to Zugen.
Report Zugen, 611 Mike Papa, will do.
Alright,
Coming up on Valku.
that worked perfect. 9.2 from Zugen, and we're still above 11,000, so Valsute was made.
Deck Ed, that's next.
5.5 miles from Zugen.
10.4.
10.4.
Where's our deal? Yeah, that's all that.
Yeah, you have to do the math on Zugen. 10.4 and 5.5 miles. You made the other one.
Conditions during the climb and pass along the Pirate Flight Center. Contact departure now.
I'm getting around conduct already.
Departure will let us
All right,
know.
I'm
Thank you very
inside.
much. Jet 518, great.
Might be a big tall ass mountain down there. Watch your speed.
I'm slowing. Correct me. Yes, sir. Hey, well, let's go gear down.
Speed.
Come down with that. 6 from Zugen. Coming up on that Zugen restriction, the DSEV restrictions, that works out nicely. Again, straight ahead, 14,000
miles
feet.
from Zugen. Picking up the ground nicely. Laterally.
At 7,400 feet.
And coming up through 10, going to go down with your little lights.
There you go.
Covered.
Thank you.
And down to 3 green.
3 green, bottom.
Ignitions are on, anti-skids are, about a pot yaw net. We're still engaged, flaps land to go. We are not clear to the land. We're 4 miles to the disregard.
Yep.
Or add a little power, whatever you're going to do.
I'm trying to keep it in there, but also keep the speed under control. Gonna go final flaps. We'll need a runway in sight. Actually, doing it this way. We'll do it crossing Zugen as normal.
3 from Zugen. Or if I was flying for Zach, it'd be 3 from Zugen now. I'm in and out. If you see it, let me know and I'll call them.
Okay, I'm inside. I'll let you know when we're crossing it.
I don't have to. I keep looking, but
Any ice and tail are still on and auto. Leads are open. Zugen above 95, and we're half a mile from it. Guys, it'll blow it out. Crossing
that's that 86 on my pump. We're at Zugen inbound.
Flight plan and land check.
Citation 1 Mike Papa, wind 05024, gust 31, runway 1, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 1. That 86 on my pump.
Clear
Still
land,
got
runway
good ground
1.
contact. I'm out and in. And we're just under 2,000 above for reference. Starting to get good viz.
I'm inside.
Getting a little bit more. I can see the town good.
Trim, disregard.
Shear there.
Yep, correct.
Coming up 1,000 above.
Six from the runway.
I think we're gonna be fine. Slowly coming in. I ain't gonna call it yet.
1,000 feet to go.
Oh, quit blowing.
On the ground speed.
Fine. I see the runway, but runway in sight. I see it now. It's scurry, but I see it. Just beyond the trees.
Runway
Got
in
it?
sight, landed.
See, going to your Mr. Approach altitude.
14 depth. Approach power is set.
14.
I lost my VNAV that way though.
Yeah. Well, you may have to redo it.
No, it took it away. I'll buy y'all damn away. Alright, 3 green flaps landing and we are cleared to land. Tail's coming off.
At tower, Cloud 796 Golf, holding short, runway 1 at Alpha 1 and ready to go in sequence.
Cloud 796 Golf, Jacksonville Tower, roger.
That tower 61 Mike Pop, we picked up the runway about 8,000 feet MSL and about 5.5 from the runway.
Citation 1 Mike Pop, roger, thank you.
All right, 3 green coming up. Land check is complete.
And it's coming off. Very nice, it's coming off. Call it if you don't like it. 3 green flaps landing, clear to do it.
May not even have to brake. Wind.
Landing.
Runway looks clean from here. Blowing snow, I can see it. Speed looks good.
Slowing. Runway made.
Orders deployed. Looks like 80 knots, 70 knots.
Citation 1 Mike Papa, turn right Alpha 3 and contact ground when off.
Alpha 3 to the ground. 36-1 Mike Pop. Yeah, braking action good.
Hey, thanks for flying along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to land on that thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or you know what you might like to see next. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you on the next flight.